So welcome again, guys. Today's video is in regards to learning for children, how to make it fun for them to learn. And learning is not always about the child having their head in the book, writing, reading. It's not that. Learning is about obviously exploring. So there's fun ways of children learning through being outside, through hearing, tasting, touching, smelling. Children learn through that. Going out and having a great time. That's how children learn. Today I'll be sharing a few tips that we use in regards to allowing my little boy to learn through his own child-led activities or just exploring out there and seeing what he's interested in. First and foremost, it's always important to understand what your child likes the most. For example, my son, he likes transportation. So in regards to that, for me to extend his learning further on, what we do is that we get on the bus. We get on the bus and then we just go exploring. For example, Central London is the best place to kind of go if you want to explore. So we get on the bus, we go to Central London. He sees magnificent views, he sees other buses, and because he's really good with numbers, we tend to count the buses that we see, and including the numbers, for example. So for example, if he sees bus 105, he'll say 105, and then continuously. So he loves looking at buses and he loves exploring. Through that also, it allows him to interact with me and other people in the bus, for example. So he tends to be very friendly and he tends to talk to everybody. When I mean everybody, he'll ask some questions. If we're sitting, literally, he loves to sit at the front of the bus, like it's normally double decker. He'll sit at the front of the bus, he'll look behind and he'll be asking the person, for example, what is your name? Or he'll say, and then the person might say da 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 da, and then he'll say, and the person will say to him, where are you going, for example? He'll say, I'm going to the museum, and then the conversation starts to build. So obviously that allows him to interact with obviously other people that are not in the same household as him or a stranger. And sometimes they get a bit awkward, but children are very friendly, and I can't stop him from interacting with other people. So that also allows me to see how he's able to build on his social skills. So definitely find out what your child likes most and extend his learning through different activities that you want to do with the child, outdoor or indoor. When it comes to creating a playful environment, this could be indoor or outdoor. Always make sure that it's safe for the child to be there. Also make sure that it's child appropriate, because it's always important wherever you're going is child appropriate. For example, my son, because he's into transportation as repeated, we went to the transportation museum, which he loved. He honestly got on the bus, he started to drive it and change the numbers, and he absolutely loved it. We literally stayed there for the whole day, and since then I started to take him to more museum. We've been to the National History Museum, we've been to the Science Museum, and then obviously I went to the British Museum, and I also took him to the, I think it's called the RAF Museum, which is based in Hendon, if I am correct. I think it's based in Hendon. But we also went to those type of museum because he's into seeing buses, as I said. So we went to the to these museums. He was able to get into the bus, he was able to explore again, he was able to interact with children his age. So it's also important wherever you're going, just check that it's your child's age. Obviously my child's 5, so my child's 4, nearly 5, sorry. Obviously my child is 4 going on 5, so whatever activity I choose to do with him outdoor, it has to be under the age of 5. Creating a playful environment. We're going to talk in the concept of indoor. In my house, I've created an area where he has a transportation mat, because he's into transportation. So he has like a mat, and then he has all his buses. Actually, do you know what? I'm going to show you the buses he has. Give me a second. Okay, so these are the buses that he's been collecting so far. This was given to him as a gift from his godmother. It's a bus number 28. Hold on, let me see if I can show it to you guys. It's a bus number 28, so he definitely loves his buses. And then we have this one, he had it when he was a baby. we still kept it because obviously he's into bust, and this is bust number 35. 35. And yeah, it doesn't work anymore. Yeah, too much banging. It's done. It's lost its life, but it's still here with us. Then he has another bus. I think this was a gift again. I think this was a gift from his godmother again. 186 Regent Street. And this is really good because we went to the zoo actually, and this links very well. So, and he's got other small mini bus. So I'm like, oh my gosh, so much bus. But anyway, that's another story. So again, in creating an environment that is, good for your child indoor, making sure that your house, when you obviously have the child, just making sure that everything is locked away, for example liquids and etc. Just keep it away from children that could be harmful for them. So keep it away, make it child friendly for them. If they've got a big room, for example, create a little space where they can play there as well, and keep their toys in a basket to the side. When it comes for outdoor playful environment, I think when you're going out there, always just check that, is it appropriate for my child to be there? Is it age appropriate as well? Parks are normally age appropriate as well, but there's certain parks that are just really like, you're looking at you thinking, can my child do this? Yes, they can. Have faith. Games and activities. My son loves to play lots of games, and at the moment we've got him into and trying to play Connect 4. He saw it and he was like, Mama, I want this. I said to him, okay, fine. So currently we're doing Connect 4 with him, and it's going well. He wants to win all the time. He doesn't really understand the concept of it so far, but the more I'm doing with him, the better he's becoming at playing Connect 4. So he had this last year. So it's actually shopping list extras. This one has clothes. There's another one that has food. So this is what he has currently. And he likes it so far. He tends to like the trolley or the basket, vice versa. He's enjoying this so far, so I cannot complain. These are the type of the games he wants to play. Also, when we're playing games indoor, he likes to play hide and seek. Obviously, we can't run too much because obviously the flooring is not that great. We play hide and seek with him as well. Or sometimes what I tend to do is have a pretend play where, like, in my room, like I have a desk. So we'll pretend that it's an aeroplane and we need to go on the airplane. We get our passports, we get our bag, and we go to the airport. We do the check-in and etc. We sit down, and I obviously mimic getting on the plane. For example, all passengers, please take your seat as we're about to board. And he finds it so funny.
Welcome to welcome to A234 London Heathrow to Germany. Everyone, please fasten your seatbelts. Enjoy the flight as we board this airplane. I ask that everyone pays attention to the safety.
And then he'll tell me, okay, Mama, we're going to, for example, Germany, or Mama, we're going to like France, or Mama, we're going to Congo. So it's really good when we do pretend play games, because his imagination just boom is out there. So I would definitely recommend games, activities, and obviously pretend play is the best play so far that is working for me and my little one. And yeah, imagination is just out there. It's definitely out there, and I'm very childish as well, so that works with me. I proper get into, I'm like, yeah, let's sit down, yeah. But overall, it's going well so far with it. As we know, children love to get their hands dirty. They love it. So in my house, obviously, I have a painting set, and we also have Play-Doh. So we tend to do painting once a week, depending on, the mood that he's in and etc. So definitely have painting sets if you're that confident and, you can clean it after straight away. So he definitely likes doing painting so much. So we've got that going for him. And he paints lots of things as well. And what I tend to do is when he paints it and they're dried, I stick it up on his room and I'll put the date on it so that he knows that I appreciate his work and therefore he appreciates his work. So we tend to keep paintings for him in his room, or we just keep it in a wallet where it grows up. So like, not actually the paper growing, but as in like his activities and work that he's been doing is growing, so that in the near future we can always sit down and look at the works that he's been doing, the year that he's done it, and what he's made. Whatever he makes, I tend to ask him, what did you make? Or it's a beautiful picture, can you tell me what it is? And he'll tell me what it is. And what I do is, behind the picture, I'll write what he's telling me he has made. So that way we're building basically a story. And what I want to do with him going forward is that create a book where wherever we're going, for example, if we're traveling or if we're doing activities together, you know, I take a picture and keep it like in a book and create like a story as well that we can read when he's going to sleep. So at the end of the year, hopefully that's my target to do with him, and that will probably be his Christmas present amongst other stuff as well. Other things children like to do is mud. They love to play in the mud. There is actually a park it's in Holland Park, and they've got a big massive garden there as well. I'll try and link a description below if you want to go and visit them as well. It's a lovely park with peacocks as well, and Japanese stuff as well, which is really amazing, but I don't want to spoil it. But they've got like an area where, you know, you can actually do mud play with your child. If you're feeling very confident and you're like yes or no, just bring water, spill it on the floor, bring digging equipments, and then just play with your child. So children tend to be really messy and they love messy play, and that's part of them exploring as well and feeling the sensory play. So definitely I would recommend for you guys to try that out and see how that goes as well. And let me know what other activities you do with your child that I could probably do with my child as well. Amongst other things, my child currently loves baking, and he was baking with my mom and they made biscuits as well. And what we tend to do as well is he loves pancake. He adores pancake. So every now and then, you know, we'll do cooking together. Even if he has to wash fruit or veg, I'll get him to wash it as well. So he honestly loves cooking, so I get him to do cooking with me as well and help me out, you know, around the kitchen here and there. And he loves it, and when he cooks it he will eat it because, you know, he knows that he's made it and it's something that he enjoys making the most. We also made red velvet cake as well, which I shared with my close friend, and she actually enjoyed it as well. So we made it together with my son, and he loves mixing. He likes cutting cakes, sorry. And you know, that is something where I'm seeing him making the stuff, and I got into a habit where I would divide things into like a bowl. For example, I would put like egg, flour, sugar, milk onto the side, and I will give him instructions and he will follow it and he will do it perfectly well. And I'm looking at him thinking, yes, that's my baby. And you know, it's just amazing to see how he's grown. It's amazing to see that, you know, through, you know, doing activities together, he's actually putting it into practice. He's doing it by himself by following instructions. So definitely, you know, get your child into cooking. If they don't do cooking already, get them into cooking. It's just a nice feeling, and it's a nice bonding time as well with your child to just, you know, build on conversation with them and understand what they're going through. And also it's the best time for them to kind of express to you any concerns they might have at school or any concerns that they might have at home. So definitely I would recommend, you know, doing cooking with your child or any other things that is also allowing them to get their hands dirty or their clothes dirty. So I hope that actually helps. Technology and educational apps are also vital. Currently we have ABC app for my son, and his auntie also introduced him to Lingo Kids. Lingo Kids is also an app where children learn a lot of stuff from numbers, from phonics. Lingo Kids, I'm telling you, Lingo Kids is the way to life. Right now, Lingo Kids is the way to life. If you don't know about Lingo Kids, you're not living life with children. You're not living life. Before he does anything, before he does, for example, Sonic Dash, before he does, for example, YouTube Kids, before he plays anything else, he has to do Lingo Kids before anything else. Because Lingo Kids is a content where it allows your child to learn through play. So it's basically structured in a way where it's like, it's fun, but your child's learning at the same time. So my child has learned a lot to Lingo Kids. Thank you for that, Auntie Sarah. In regards to music and movement, our son loves to dance, and I love to dance as well. So we tend to do dancing every now and then. We actually listen to is it Danny Go? Yes, we actually listen to Danny Go, or Go Danny. It's one of them. Danny Go Danny. RG. Sorry, Danny Go. We actually listen to Danny Go, And there's a music, he does this a lot of music stuff, which is very educational as well. I'll link a description below. He's amazing. Anyway, let's go back to it. So we've got a piano mat for my son, which we dance with it, and play some music as well. So this is it. Let me try and turn it on. So hold on, let's see here. Okay, I'm trying to show off now. So so we have this mat which he plays with as well, here and there. But most of our music movements, we just make it through clapping, through playing the music. He's kindly into I'm a gummy bear, yes, I'm a gummy bear. Okay, we're gonna stop there. So he's into that. He does a lot of dancing, which he enjoys the most. And we do when we go to like my mom, we do dancing as well, and we do Congolese dancing as well. And he's getting to the rhythm. He's showing the Congolese side of him, so I'm quite happy with that. But overall, like, music and movement is also important for children, because it helps their physical aspect of life, and it's also part of them keeping healthy as well. So definitely get out there and do some shaky. Curiosity. Children tend to be curious of everything because they're children and they want to learn. So expanding their curiosity is very important, because it allows the child to understand what it is they're trying to explore. For example, when we went to the science museum and my son saw like the big plane that was up on the ceiling, he was like, "Mama, a plane?" I was like, "Yes, it's a plane." And then he obviously was asking questions such as, why is it up there? Is it gonna fall? And I had to explain to him, no, it's not gonna fall. It's been attached really strongly so that it doesn't fall. And so, again, he wants to understand why it is there. And, his curiosity is telling him basically, ask questions so that you understand why it's happening or why it's there. So, children's curiosity tends to grow more and more and more. So the more we do with our children, the more they learn. And also, in regards to curiosity, taking children for a walk, bike ride, scooter ride is also important, because obviously that builds on the curiosity, and they can explore nature as at its best, when the weather is much better. So definitely, again, do things that, the child likes doing, and also do child-led plays, because when I had kind of stopped taking the lead and allowed my son to do child-led plays, obviously I've learnt a lot from him. Him giving me like instructions, like if we're doing cooking, role play cooking stuff in the living room, he will tell me, like, "Mama, do you want to eat this?" We'll play like chef, for example. "Mama, do you want to do this? Do you want to cut this? Do you want this?" And I'm just sitting there, I'm like, wow, like, these vocabularies are so amazing, and they are so, like, I didn't even think he knew certain things. But when I look and I'm listening, because I'm looking and I'm listening, and I'm like, yeah, he's good. I've done a great job. We've done a great job. It's important for us parents to also sometimes just listen to the child when they're speaking, instead of us taking the lead. And as parents, we tend to take leads quite a lot, because we know better and we're the adults and they're the child. But actually, in fact, when sometimes we sit back and allow the child to be the child, as in allowing them to lead, sometimes we parents also learn a lot about our children. We actually discover more than what we were expecting to discover. So let's use this time to bond with our children. Let's use this time to listen to our children, and play more with them, allow them to do childhood plays as well. There's so much things you can do with children, like so much. Since I became a mother, like, I'm doing so much activities with my little one. Like, he was currently doing football every weekend, but we've kind of stopped that a bit for health reasons. And you know, this being said, every weekend we tend to do as much activities with him. If it means we have to go out in the rain, obviously if it's not too much, you know, you have like his Wellington boots on, we'll go and step on puddles, which he likes the most. He likes to step in puddles. So I'll put on his boots and then he'll ask me, Mama, can I step on the water? I'm like, yes. And then he'll jump and jump and jump and he enjoys it. So bike rides, scooter rides, play dates with your child, museums is really nice. London Aquarium is really nice, which we went with him as well. Last year, I believe, or the year before last year, which will be 2022, I can't remember. We actually went on a cruise ride with them, where we obviously was on the River Thames and enjoying the views of the Big Ben, you know, Tower of London, London Bridge, London Eye. So he loved it, and the weather was so lovely. Honestly, the weather was so lovely. It was, you know, I just enjoy doing activities with my son. I love doing activities with him, and you know, I just want to get as much as I can do with him while, you know, we're still here, and while, you know, he's still young, because we want to create memories with him as well. Furthermore, I've come to the end of the video. I honestly hope these tips has helped, and I want everyone to have a great time with their little ones as well, or the big ones as well. Children do tend to grow up so fast, and let's make the time we have with them as much as possible. So thank you again for watching, and thank you for subscribing and liking my videos. It means a lot to me as well. So do take care, keep safe, bye.